everybody, and welcome back to episode 121 of Bedrock Survival with Fix. Today we're doing a little bit of landscaping and probably some house building today. It's going to be a pretty big episode, probably a good bit off camera work, because I want to really work on this entire area that we left off last episode. So I want to go from basically right here. I want to connect this hill the entire way around here over and keep it on going over to right past here, right past these buildings, and go over to the river. That's the plan, because I want to bring in some elevation changes here. I'm not really happy with the extreme flatness of this world as it stands right now. So to do that, I'm going to need some cobblestone, and man, like always, I am once again out of cobblestone. I never farm cobblestone. I only ever farm smooth stone, and it constantly catches up with me because I never have any. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit of digging here and go. Now, before we do any, I want to show you this area here. Now, I never know how much of this shows up on YouTube. I can see it really well. Well, not really well. I can see it well enough. You probably can't see it. It's probably just very black. But starting after episode 125, after the world tour, this is going to be the next area that we tackle, is going to be in here. Now, we'll break away and we'll go do that. But after every world tour, I do start kind of a new section. That's kind of how we've been going and how I think we're going to keep on going, because I really like it. That all being said, this is going to be the next big section. So this Under the Mountain Kingdom is going to start here really soon, where this is going to turn into a really big build that's going to bring in the gold farm and the creeper farm and the fish farm, squid ink farm, and also the storage area. And then we're going to do all the terraforming around it. It's going to be a really, really cool looking build. It's going to be awesome. But that means I need to do that, the rest of that thing. That'll be off camera. That might end up being like a sort of time-lapse build, or maybe a live stream. Man, doing live streams is really, really difficult. Someone was just asking me, I don't remember who, Andy Days, I think, was just asking me today. He's like, hey, what are the chances of our live stream coming soon? And they're like, none. None chances, because doing a live stream right now is pretty much impossible. Now that my kids don't take naps anymore, I just can't. So I have to stay up till like 3 or 4 or 5 in the morning just to do episodes, which I don't mind, because I love it. It's so much fun. But yeah, I can do that as far as doing an episode, but doing a live stream in those hours, not great. Like, it's not great at all. And plus, I'm just enjoying the video process that we're doing right now. I'm really liking it a lot. So I think I'm just going to keep on going with the momentum that we have right now. And if I get to do a little live stream, then that's just going to be extra fun and extra cool and extra bonus. Okay. So let me get some stuff, and I'm going to get ready to do some landscaping here in a bit. It's a funny thing here whenever you're building in Minecraft, because especially when you're doing like terraforming, I find, because I only did this little project here with the wall and this house only like last episode, and already I can't remember what this land looked like before. I guess it was just barren land, but we're about to make a big change to something that's been here for a very long time. Like, this has been here since, man, I don't know, episode 60 probably. And now we're going to really fundamentally change how this entire villager, farmer trading hall actually even looks. So, I want to take one last look at it, kind of the way it is now, and then it's about to be a lot different. So what we're going to do here is, now that I have this, I'm going to work out a little bit of a kind of gradual slope coming up here from the river. I don't want it to be too jarring, so I tried to kind of do it in a way that, and what we'll probably end up doing, this river is going to get to be a custom river at some point. Right now it's just as is, but then maybe we'll do some rock outgrowths and things like that. But for right now, we can just do something that's kind of gradual, coming up, something like this, and then make it look like it's sort of naturally generated. I don't know. Let's see. Where I have to go. This is actually gonna have to break to get this to work. It's okay. I don't plan on using this ever again, so it doesn't matter. We'll just go for right there, and yes, it's just something kind of along this line. Some of it should be dirt, some should be grass, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, you see how that's pretty good, right? It's okay. There's a little cliff. Okay, that looks pretty natural. And then now that we're up here, now we're just going to go here, and I'm going to go about 3 or 4 blocks at this height, and then we go up 1 more block so it can be even with this window. So up here is going to actually be kind of like this height, right? So yeah, this will, it'll be a little bit more natural. But yeah, this is going to look, this is really going to change how this looks. There's a lot to talk about, a mighty lot to talk about, because I've done a lot of work. You saw some of it on the time lapse, and some of it has happened since then. But let's first talk about this bridge, because this bridge is a perfect example of something that I started building, and I had an idea for it, and then the idea changed, and then I hated it completely. I hated its guts, and then it turned out that I kind of like it. I kind of like it. That cliff over there is starting to look really, really nice. I just been adding some leaves and some things like that sort of overhang there, and yeah. It's coming along. It adds a lot to the area for sure. But yeah, first let's talk about the cliff. So let's come over here, see if I can avoid getting blown up by this creeper. I see you, dude. I see you coming after me. Too slow. And there's a drowned over there too. Let's look at the bridge. Okay. So what I did was first I made this arch, and I thought, okay, that is really, really plain and boring. So then I added some hang downs. I thought, okay, that's also boring. So then I added this cross beam across there. I thought, okay, it's getting better. It's still pretty boring. Then I added this outside layer where you have wall and 2 gates, wall, and then a log, and that helps, but that was a little bit symmetrical for my taste. So then I added a bunch of leaves hanging down, like making it look like it's been here for a while, and then I added these arch supports on the side, and I think that's when it finally came together, whenever I added the arch in the side. Yeah, but it's not a bad bridge, right? I think it's kind of cool. I think it's kind of ramshackle and haphazard, and yeah, I think it's kind of neat. Okay, dudes. Okay, all right. I hear, get out of your river. All right, let's talk about some other things, because there's a lot to talk about. This house you saw in the time lapse, there's actually an interior. It's a little bit of an interior in here. You walk in this little sitting room, and then you walk in here, and you can sit down and have dinner, and then you can go to bed. That's it. There's not much room, but that's all the room we have in this tiny little house, and that's okay. That's just where someone lives. And then, then comes a bunch of stuff that wasn't on the time lapse, because I did it in very short play segments where I did, 5 minutes here, 15 minutes there, 10 minutes there, and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I built all these houses down here. There's 5 houses, I think. There's a couple that aren't done yet, so I wanted to sort of talk about them. Now, none of them yet have interiors, and they will. We're just not quite there yet. But yeah, I decided I wanted to go with the wool and andesite on this one. I think that's a nice mixture, because I wanted to bring some color. Since this is right connected to the wool farm, I thought, well, they would maybe use wool here, right? So I brought in bright blue. Look at that blue. Oh my goodness, it's bright. Good needs a little bit of variation. So that's one thing I'm going to do next, is I'm going to bring a little bit of terracotta, I think, and just sort of mix up between the red and red terracotta and the blue terracotta, probably. So I just didn't want to do all of it off camera. I added fireplaces on most of the houses down here, just because I think it makes it look really nice. Down here, I don't know if I showed this or not. This is where the ground, I'm going to start doing this under all the custom trees. That's going to be kind of how I mark the tree as done, is if it has this ground cover down here, because I think that is the way nature is, right? This area doesn't get a lot of sun, so, it's brown. Okay. Also several diagonal houses here. Not much to see on the inside there, but it's coming along. It needs some more details still, but we're getting there. I'm coming up with a couple things that I like, a couple things that maybe not quite so much, but we are coming close. I think this might be the sign for the shop. I'll put it right there. That could be actually, that's kind of cool. Can I do, if I do this, then I can't put a sign there, right? Yeah. I don't know. What if I did this and put the sign on the side? Yeah, I think that's how we'll do it. That's not bad. You know what actually would be better? Let's mix it. Let's do that. Yeah, that's okay. That's all right. In fact, well, if I wanted to, we could even do this. Here we're building a camera. If I wanted to, we could do. Let's see. Let's take this and put that and that. We'll do this, and then we could just do that. that's not bad. We'll then put a sign up there for what kind of shop it is. Yeah, that would be really cool. Some other little things, like I want to vary this wall. I really like mixing in the stone brick and the cobblestone, and then mixing in, like, doing the same thing over here. That could be kind of cool. These little pathways are really, really, really nice. I think it's cool. Obviously, I need to bone meal and do all that kind of stuff here, but this goes out to the pumpkin pie. This is like, it's almost, you almost don't even recognize where we are, right? Like, because this whole area is just growing up. Let me get in some terracotta here, and we'll see how it looks. All right, then. I don't know how much time I have before my wife gets home with the kids, so I need to hurry here. They could pop in any moment. But I've done quite a bit of building and just trying to do a little extra detailing. Sometimes I find my detailing is a little lacking, to be totally honest. So I'm trying to detail. You know, I fall into the trap of, that's okay for now. I'll detail that later, and then later never really comes. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you know, it's just something I want to kind of work out. Like, I want to keep in mind detail as you go, because there won't be another time, really. So I've really worked on making this area fairly detailed. And there's still some things, like there's still some stuff that I would add, you know, because every section you look at, I'm like, that could use some detail. For example, like that little thing up there could use something, maybe just a stripped spruce log or something, or whatever, you know, but just some semblance of detail. But there's some little things here, you know. I try to throw in a campfire. I did get some podzol and sprinkled it around, made it look like llamas are pooping all over the ground or something, you know. And yeah, I think the area is really cool. I tried to make really tight quarters, you know. Here, like if you go back in here, there's 5 houses back here. You're like, oh crap, there's house, you know. All of a sudden it's really tight, and then you get out here in the pumpkin. There's always something, and that's what I'm trying to do. And I did go with the dirt roads off the side, and that's something I think I'm going to go back to the old town. Well, we're in Old Town technically, but you know, the older part of Old Town, and really work on is all the main roads will be this blackstone, but then when you go off the main road, it'll be more like this, you know, be more like this sort of, I don't know, sprinkled in stuff. I didn't really remember that I used puzzle there. Sprinkled in dirt and path block and all that kind of stuff. Because like, if you look, now I know this area is not done at all, but look how bland. It's so boring. It's just blackstone, grass, that's it. Right? That's so boring, and I got to do better. So, and that's a part that's not finished. But if we go over here and take a look at a part that is finished, it's not that much better, to be honest. Like, let's look over. I don't know. Let's go down this way right here. Okay, this area is supposed to be done. There's no coarse dirt to see. Look, none. There's no reason why this should be blackstone. This shouldn't be blackstone. This should be the dirt path. No one's going to pave this. If they're paving out here, they're going to pave here, and then they're not going back here. This would be just a trodden path, right? That doesn't even make sense. So that kind of stuff is some stuff I want to add. You know, like back here, this whole thing should be like path walk, coarse dirt, even gravel or cobblestone, whatever, but not this. This is like the nicer road, right? So there's just some things that I really want to work out. I should do this too, right? Like I should totally like add in more ferns within, like they look like weeds and stuff that are, you know, are growing up, things like that in the crop fields, even tall grass, everything. That's so uniform and bleh. So anyway, yeah, we're working on some stuff. But you know what? Today we did a lot of stuff. We did a lot of building. I built like 8 houses, a bank, and also some landscaping, and also a bridge. That's a lot. That's a lot more than I do in a normal episode, I think. Also, you know what? I didn't even show this, I don't think, but I started beginning to work on this little area up here. It's not done yet. But, oh yeah, there's 2 new textures, edited textures. I reworked the bed texture. It's still not good. But I got to work on it more. I'm trying to make it match the oak a little bit more, and it does match the color scheme of the oak, but it's still... it's very smooth. We're not quite there yet. But the other thing I did is I did oak trapdoors. I reworked those. I've never really liked them since I made them. I used to make them the top of the chest texture, and yeah, it just didn't really work for me. So I took a page out of Germsy Boy's book, and I did this where, oh, look at the side of it's weird. I can live with it. But yeah, this is the top. I guess actually, you know what? It would be this part would be fine, like the side of this, and yeah, maybe there's only one side texture. Anyway, I made it match the spruce, but took the oak color scheme, and I think it's a lot better. I also added some lights and some things like that. But yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good. I think this was a really cool episode. As far as a lot of building goes, I'm going to go. My kids are probably pulling in right about now, so I'm going to go be a dad for the rest of the day, and then I will see you all tomorrow, next episode. Hey, don't forget to grab the resource pack upload here from a couple episodes ago. It's only going to be up until maybe 2 weeks or something like that, and then I'm going to take it down, so then you gotta wait for the next one, okay? So grab it if you want to, okay? See y'all. Love y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you don't mind. It would be really great, and I'll see you next time. Bye.